I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and those who don't catch me like right here at the beginning can catch the replay and see everything that's going on. So, hi Dorothy. So I wanted to show you the cards that we'll be making in my July card class to go. This is my online card class that I offer. It's from the Beauty Abounds. These are a couple of them, and I'm using the new Rainbow Glimmer paper. Really pretty paper, and the beautiful butterflies dies. This is the second grouping that goes with that kit, and the third grouping. Really pretty cards. And so I've been doing, this is my third month doing the online card class to go, and I'm really excited about how it's going. I'm actually getting some out-of-state people that are starting to buy kits, which is fun. So anyway, tonight I am doing a paper pumpkin alternative, and the Share Sunshine kit, I think it might be my favorite one yet. I really like the one with the little houses and the boots and all that kind, not the houses, but the front doorstep and the boots and all that. That was really fun. But I am really loving this one. I went ahead and made the four cards exactly the way the kit has you to do it. And I love them. I mean, they are just so fun and exquisite. I love the colors, I love the gold and all of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my alternatives. So I'm gonna flip the camera down and we'll go, okay? Hold on just 1 second. Let me flip it this way, and then I'm going to just look away so you don't get seasick. Okay, there we go. Hopefully I got it tight enough that it won't slip. There we go. I don't think I can get it any tighter than that. And I don't know if you realize it or not, but with this particular paper pumpkin kit, they actually, let's see, where is it? They provide you with a label, a mailing label, and then little pieces that you can actually decorate the front of your box, and then you can gift it to somebody else, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm just going to set the box to the side. I actually typed myself up directions for it because I didn't want to get mixed up and messed up and all of that kind of stuff, and then wonder what is it that I am doing. But here's a closer look at these four. This time around, they normally give you enough, well, I don't want to say normally. A lot of times, most of the time, they'll give you enough for 12 cards, I think it is. This time they only gave you enough for 8. But the quality of it with the gold and all of the embellishments, the cutouts and all that, having the gold in it, it probably was a little bit more. And so that's why they probably only gave us the 8. I love these envelopes. I actually watched a video by Rachel Tessman, and I'm actually going to do one of her projects tonight. But she made it was a layout, a scrapbooking layout, where she actually used these as the photo background. Really cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I need to put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, now I haven't actually made these. I will show you what I did though. I ordered this stuff from, this is Scotch tape, it's Repositional Tape, and it's kind of like this stuff that's on the back of a Post-it note. And so when I wanted to try it out without actually cutting and putting everything into place and all that, I used that, and then you can lift it up and you can just rub it off the back, and you can move it around and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool to be able to do that. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. Okay, take my note off. And I'm going to use my mini trimmer for most of this rather than the larger one. It'll just be easier for me. But I'm going to take the paper pumpkin card that is provided, and I'm going to cut the white part off. So I'm going to go here right about halfway, and I'm going to cut that off, and I will set that off to the side. I may even use that for the inside of my card, although it really doesn't feel quite as good as Whisper White does. And I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to cut off a 2-inch piece, set that piece aside. Then I'm going to bring in my scalloped tag top puncher, and I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to just stick it in here, and I'm going to go ahead and just punch it so that I have a tag out of it. I think that's all I'm going to need that for, so I'll get that out of the way. Okay. All right. I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight. I actually cut it 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored it at 5 1/2. And then I am going to use Poppy Parade and the Basic Black. And I'm going to do it a sideways card. Let me make sure I have it in the right direction. I did that one card where it was in the wrong direction. And I had to fix it later. That's always embarrassing, right? Okay, so I'm going to just kind of put this little cockeyed, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. This is Basic Black, and if I'm not mistaken, it is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I think that's what it is. Let's see if I can see. Let me put it on mute, and I'll open it up so I can see comments. Here we go. How's it going, Dorothy? You having a good week? Okay, so now I'm going to take my crinkled ribbon, and I think, let's see, I think I'm going to use my Poppy Parade. Yep, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my Poppy Parade. I'm going to bring in a piece of this, and I'm just going to dye the ribbon. And this ribbon dyes so easily, just using your blends. I'm going to flip it over, go a little bit longer. Okay, I will flip it over, and look, it goes all the way through. Now it's a little bit wet. I should have done that probably the very first thing. So I'm just going to let that sit for a minute, and I'll go ahead and get my stamping done, which I'm going to use on this one. I'm going to use, I forgot what sentiment I said I was going to say on this one. I think I'm going to use this larger piece here. No, I'm going to use a smaller one. And I am going to stamp, let's see, I think I'll stamp "You Are Loved" on the front of it. And just put it right in here. Like that. Get my scissors. I'm going to cut this piece off. And I'm just going to pull it through here. Maybe I'll do it this way. It does make the crinkle ribbon a little bit stiff. And maybe I should have done a little more. I don't know. I did this in my head rather than actually for real, because I wanted to be able to do everything live. And we didn't have as many this time since they didn't give us 12 of them. So, okay, I know what I'll do. I'll do it the other way. I'll go through this direction. I do love these colors though. They're so bright and sunny and happy. I really like that. Let's see. I can pull these through right here. I probably should have done more, and I could have actually done a bow on the front of it, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need a bow. Let me get my take your pick. Pull that on that. Okay. And get my glue dots. Okay. I think I'm going to turn it about like that. I'm just going to glue that on in here. before I put that on, I'm going to put a glue dot down just to secure those in place right there so it doesn't shift or go anywhere. Put it on about like that. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to put use one of the lemons. Let's see. You know, I'm doing it as we're, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll add one of these to it. Yeah, I think I'll go across like this actually. I'm just doing it as we go, so hopefully it'll turn out well. If you could just see my brain turning, the wheels in my brain turning, it would be a little bit scary probably. Yeah, that's what I'll do, and I'll cover some of that up right in there. And yeah, that's what I'll do. I love it when a plan comes together. I'm only going to put part of it, put dimensionals on part of it, and then I'll put a little glue on the back right there, like that. I'm brave. That's funny. Yeah, okay, so what do you think? Should I cockeye it? Should I put it down here? I'm kind of thinking right here. But you know what? Before I do that, I know I'm going to put it on here. I think it will make more sense. I think it will help us to know how the feng shui of it. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm going to need to trim that, and I think I'm going to need to move this a little bit. I actually didn't take off all the little covers off the dimensionals, which is probably a good thing now. Yeah, there you go. All right, so now let's see. I think like this. Like that. Okay. And then I will take the little, if I can find them. Oh, I get myself so organized, and then it just goes to, you know, where in a handbasket pretty quickly once I get started. Things just get thrown all over the place in the middle of it. Yeah, fill in that negative space a little bit. Put one down here maybe. I don't know. I'm going to do another one in there. I know I usually do 3s, but it feels like that needs something there. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. I like that. That looks good. Yes, I do love these colors, Dorothy. They are so pretty. And then I'll just trim this up a little bit. Maybe too much. It's all right though. I don't want it to be too long, or I'll have trouble getting it in and out. Okay, so in retrospect, I think I probably should have done some stamping on the red, or ran it through an embossing folder, but I do like it. I do like it a lot. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so the second one is going to use the remaining bit of, and I can actually put this on the inside, that, cut it and put it on the inside. Okay, where's the other piece to that I trimmed off? Right here. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down to 3 inches, leaving the length of it here, but trimming the 3.5 down to 3 inches. Right here. And then this pack comes with small pieces of the black and white polka dot and large pieces. So let's move this off to the side. I'll put it over here. And this is another one where, you know, I think before I do that, I think I'm going to stamp a little bit on here. Do I want to do that? No, I think I won't, because I'm going to do that on the other ones. Okay, so I'm just going to take this piece and I'm going to put it right in the center, right in here. Like that. It's actually off a little bit, but it'll be okay. And see, I guess I need to trim this down too, a little bit more. See, that's what happens whenever you're doing it not live. I mean, when you're doing it live, your plan gets a little wonky. So, let me see. Let me measure this real quick. Do things on the sly. It's 2.5, so let me do this 2 1/4. And it is boom, 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 4 1/4. So I'll do this one 4 inches. Okay. All right. Put this down on top of it. Sometimes a plan comes together and sometimes it doesn't. And it just builds character when it doesn't. Or at least that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay. I think I'm going to stamp Smile on this one. And I'm going to put it also on, let's see. Am I going to need these larger ones for? Hold on 1 second. I am going to need these. So maybe I'll just do hello. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Let me get a smaller thing. There we go. Hello. I'm going to use one of these smaller ones. Use my black memento. I've never received a black memento stamping spot before. But I got one this time. And it was partially open. Okay, and I'm planning to do this one in this direction this time. And I'm going to use this fella right here. I think I'm going to offset it. And I think I might. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to offset it. I'm just going to cut a piece of that off and then I can use that for another one. And I'm just going to put this on dimensionals. I love these pineapples. Aldi had pineapples on sale a week or so ago. Pretty cheap. And I bought a couple of them and I juice them with ginger and turmeric in order to help with inflammation. Like, since I had my knees done, I get inflammation sometimes, and that juice really does help a lot. Okay, I'm going to put that right there like that. And I'm going to glue this on. This. I love these colors. They're so pretty. So, so pretty. And this could be used on the inside for doing your cards. So I'm going to stick that right in there so I can use that later. Okay, and then I will use some embellishments. Like this. There we go. I feel like I need one up here too. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going for the gold. Oh, that's cute. So, so cute. Even if it is crooked. There we go. That's cute. I really like that. Okay, so there's 2 of them. And I'm used to using the one card. So hold on one second. Alrighty. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay, so I'll put that to the side. All right, so for the next one then, let me get my instructions for the next one. These are my imaginary instructions. These are the ones that I came up with in my mind. So if they don't come out in paper the way they come out in my mind, all I can do is say I'm sorry. Because my mind is a scary place to be sometimes. Okay, let's go with this. Alrighty, so this time I'm going to use this paper. And it's a lot like the last one, but a little bit different. And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to bring my little mini trimmer in, and I'm going to cut it in half. Like that. Ooh, I didn't do that evenly. Oh my goodness. Man, I got that all wonky. Have you guys, if you have a mini trimmer, do you guys ever do that you have a little trouble keeping it straight? I forget sometimes that I need to put my finger here and hold it so that it doesn't do that. But it's okay. All right, so I cut, okay, I did it in half, and then I'm going to cut down further to 2 3/4. So I'm going to cut it down again, 2 3/4. And then I'm going to take my stamp, Hello Sunshine, which is, sunshine is right here. I'm going to put it right here, and then hello is right here. And I'm going to stamp lines across the front in a dotted fashion. I am reading my directions. I am so sorry, y'all. Let's try this. Okay, take this one off. I am now trying to remember exactly what I said how I was going to do this. To card, then sentiment in that. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Okay, hold on. I just had to read my instructions really quickly. Okay, so this is Poppy Parade, and I'm going to take the sunshine, and I'm going to stamp it all over, and I probably should have brought my, here, I'm going to use one of my papers and put it under it, the one that I used for, there we go. I don't really necessarily need to do it all in the middle because that's going to be closed, but you know what? I just don't feel like I'm doing it right if I don't. It's my own little neuroses, but let's see if I can line that up. I did not actually, but I think it'll be all right. Hopefully. Okay. Hi, Iona. How are you? Okay, and I was going to put this in here. Yes. Or this one in here. And I want to do a line right across the front of this one. And let's see, I will use can I do this? I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the sunshine on the next one. So I'll go ahead and use this one. Okay. Again, pardon me as I am doing it as I go. I have to think, you know. And I'm going to use another one of the black strips here. Okay, I'm just going to put it all the way across. And then I'll just trim it off. It helps a lot if you have a picture of what you're doing before you actually do it. But when you're making it and you've never made it before, you don't have a picture, right? I know that probably didn't make sense, but it did in my head. All right, so then I am just going to do another hello card. I send a lot of hello cards, letting people know that I'm thinking about them. So I'll do that one. I'm going to pop this up again. Like that. Hey, Jan. Hope this time is working for everybody. It makes for a really long night for us when I do these at 7, because we usually don't even get to eat together, and so and then I have to do things afterwards, and so I thought I'm just gonna give it a try going at 6. I think I'm going to do that as a little tag, and I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring out my stuff again, and so I'm going to let this I do not like a mess. Okay, so I'm going to do a good bit this time because I'm going to actually do a bow. And I may even start on the other ones, the other card, while this is drying a little bit, so that my fingers aren't covered in ink. I love this trick of using blends to color your ribbon and your embellishments, because I mean you can have pretty much any color that you need depending on your blends. And I've seen people that have actually dyed their ribbon using their re-inkers, but I haven't done that. And I hear it's a bit on the messy side. I haven't done that yet. I think this is probably enough. So I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to let that sit for a second, and I will come back to it. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on first, though. I'll stick this right here. I really do like the sunshines on there in black. I really like that a lot. And okay, here is this. I'm going to leave that extra tag right there, and I'm going to pop it up with a dimensional. I'm going to let it hang from here like that. No, I'm going to let it hang right here, because I don't really want the bow to be on my lemon. So I'm just going to put it right in here like this. And I'm going to put a little bitty bow right there. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I come back to it. Get these out of the way. Okay, and so for this one, my next card, I like doing this because I can actually get more out of, you know, using your paper pumpkins. You can actually get more cards whenever you do it this way. When you do the alternatives like this. Okay. I think I was going to do very similar. And I'm going to do smile. I'm going to stamp smile all over my background on this one though. Actually, I just may go in a row. I don't know how much of a straight row it will be. Okay. Okay. Now go. I'm only going to do the first and the last one right here because nobody's going to see that anyway. Not too bad. It's not perfectly lined up, but it's not too bad. I've done worse. I really like stamping my backgrounds. I really like that a lot. Hi, Melinda. Okay, I'm going to try this. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try putting smile in the center and using this as my sentiment piece. We'll see. If I don't like it, I'll fix it. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue this on to my piece. Like that. And let's see. I'm going to take another large one because I want it to go under here like this. So unfortunately, hold on one second. The what I want to do is use the skinny one, so I'm not using a full one, but because they're wide enough. But unfortunately, that didn't make sense. I was going to use the skinny one, but they're not wide enough, so I'm going to use this larger one just as a border down here. Hold on. I guess I'm going to put it on first because that's not working. Okay, now I'll put this on. It still didn't work. Not in my head, not the way I had it in my head. See, that's the thing about whenever you're doing this for the first time. You just never know how it's going to come out. So, anywho, we'll just do this way then. And I may or may not like this. I think I might, actually. And I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take a little bit of the gold trim. Hi, Chris. So this plan didn't execute quite the way I wanted it, and I'm doing this on the fly, just so you know. So I probably should not have used this. I probably should have just brought it down. It's too late now because the smile doesn't show, but it shows on the bottom, and I'm okay with that. I have to be okay with it, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that like that. And just kind of twist it. I'll put one right in the center. Because I'm going to use my dimensionals to hold everything in place. Hold this gold in place. All right. So So I'm just going to kind of mess it up. If I can. No, I'll tell you what, I'll take these off and then I'll mess it up. There's probably a much better way to do this. Sometimes I do it where I wrap it around my fingers and then I twist it in the middle, but I want this to be a little bit more haphazard than that. I also should have paid attention to which direction smile was at. Okay, that's cute. Let me just lift up just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. That's better like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut this or make a bow out of this. Do my bunny ears. My fingers are a little bit sticky now. I do not like doing bows on camera, but that one didn't go too badly. There we go. I'm probably going to have to cut that or pull that where it's not quite so long. I do like that after you color it with your stamping blends that it's a little stiffer. The crinkle ribbon is. It makes it a little bit easier. It doesn't slip out of your hands quite as much. Okay, getting there. All right, glue dots. I don't know what I did with my glue dots. There we go. There we go. My desk becomes such a mess during these lives because I'm just throwing stuff here and there, and that might be in a little bit of competition with that lemon. Hold on one second. Get just a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's better. Better. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of, just a couple here and there. Okay, so that's the second set. In retrospect, I would not have put, although I do like that, maybe I should have just made this a little bit smaller because I do like the polka dots here and here. But I would need it to come down so you could see smile across the top. But I really do like stamping the background. I like that a lot. Okay, so let me put those to the side and bring out the next one. You guys didn't hear me say earlier, those of you that hopped on at the later on in it, I typed up some notes for myself because I haven't actually made these. And I was like imagining them in my head of what I was going to do. So I get nervous on these things and then I just go blank. Yeah, Dorothy, I think it did too. I think it really just set it off. Okay, so this is the next one. I love this gold and white paper, and I'm just gonna cut this in two. That, and then I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip going, whoops, I almost messed that up, going this way. So I'm going to hold it down like that. I'm going to set this off to the side for the next card. Okay. I'm bringing in some pieces from the Forever Gold laser cut paper, specialty paper. I really like that stuff. Really, really like it. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm not even a gold glitzy kind of person, but I really like this a lot more than I thought I would. Okay, I'm using shaded spruce. And this piece is, I think it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I have Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to set this off to the side for just a second, but I want to take this and I want to line this up so that the gold, it starts with gold and kind of almost ends with gold. And I don't want to put it down yet. So what I'm going to do so that I make sure it stays in place, I was telling in the early part of the live, I was telling people about this repositional tape. I got this on Amazon. You just put a little bit of it like that on the back of it. Put it wherever you want it to be, and then it'll peel right off. It's just like having a Post-it note goo under it. So see, it stays. And that's about where I want it to be, because I want it to be pretty close where the gold's at the top and at the bottom. So then I'm just going to flip it over, trim this off. I didn't glue it yet on purpose. I just need it to be the right size right now. So I'm going to take this off, and then I'm just going to just do like that, and that tape comes right off. See? It's kind of like when you use your silicone mat. Alrighty, so I'm going to flip it upside down so that I know where it's going to be and what I'm going to do with it. And I'm going to stamp "You Are Loved" on this. So I'm going to use my black memento. Hopefully, I can't put my head over it, so hopefully this is straight. Pretty close, yeah. Okay, so let's get this lined up again. And I'm going to use these pretty little things. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to kind of put it where I think they should be. I'm going to do this one on top first. I want to set that about right in there, and then I'll do this one like this. You get where I'm going with it? I think it's going to be pretty. Okay. All right, so right about in there is where I want that to be. So I'm going to leave those where they are. I'm going to put glue on the back of these, on the back of this. Looks like I put a lot, right? But I'm going to go ahead and just put this in place. I haven't tried this, so hopefully it's going to work. It did. A plan executed actually went off. Yay! That makes me so happy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the basic black piece. Stick this right here, like that. Something sticking to my finger. Is that going to stay in place? I hope so. Okay, what I may do is, I think I'll put a little bit of glue right up under here because I don't want them to fall off. So right there in that little joint. Do like that. Just so it stays in place. I'll do the same for this one. I know I probably don't do things the way some people do them, but I have to do what works for me. And that's what I encourage everybody else to do. Whatever works for you, do it. Okay, so then I'm going to use some dimensionals for my sentiment. When I first started doing this, just 2 years ago almost. Next month will be 2 years ago since I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But I didn't know the words were called sentiments, so I kept saying, I need some of the words, I need some words. Okay, I don't want that to stick to my dimensional, so let me see if I can get that out of the way. I'm okay if that kind of laps over just a little. Okay, I'm going to glue it on. And make sure I keep my opposing corners with about the same amount of space. Yay, isn't that pretty? It's very simple, yet elegant. I think it's very elegant. Really like that. I think it might be crooked a little tiny bit. So see if I can fix that without messing it up. I don't feel like I need to add any embellishments to it because I feel like the gold in this is just plenty. It's enough. Okay, so the next piece, I'm going to bring this piece in that I cut off. And I'm going to cut it down to, I'm going to bring my other trimmer in for this because I need to cut 3 1/4 by 5. So I'm going to bring this to 3 1/4. That's what it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut it down to 5. Like that. All right, go ahead and fold and burnish this. Okay, I also brought in basic black. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front of the basic black. There we go. Okay. Have to hold it up because I can't get my head over it. All right, and then I'm just going to glue this on the front right here. Like that. Okay. For this, I think I'm going to use some glue dots. Or am I? Let me think about it. I think I might use some glue dots. Hopefully they won't show through. I'm a little worried they might though. See if I can get that one off. I can't, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to mess it up. Just gonna put it right along there. I am like the glue dot queen. I love glue dots. I use them all the time. I can put one over here. I don't know. Let's see how this goes first. Just going to kind of do it at an angle. And then I'm going to stamp a little something to brighten your day. Okay, let me line this up. My hands are just a little bit, fingers are just a little bit sticky. Okay, use my black memento. I'm gonna put this on my larger label. I love that kiss sound that it makes. It means it's made good contact. Love that. And hold on one second. I forgot to get my gilded gems. Then I'm going to place this on the front. And in my notes, in my imagination, when I made my notes, I said that I would put some of this behind it, but I think it might be too much with the fern. What do you guys think? Hard to see. Whenever I have it so messy like that, but what do you think? I think it takes away from the fern. What do you guys think? Maybe, oh, I know what I could do. Ah, yes. Okay, so I'll do a little bow. If my sticky fingers will let me. And I'll put it around the base of the fern. It frays a little bit whenever it's been cut. So, hold on 1 second, there we go. You guys are quiet tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, okay. So I'm just gonna put it, I'm gonna put it straight across. And then I'm going to use a glue dot. Surprise, surprise. Because you know, I never use glue dots, right? Only this one I'm gonna roll up. And put it right in here. And then I'm just going to cut it right about there. I'm going to go ahead and let it fray because it's going to fray anyway. I'm going to help it. I just take my thing like that and just go like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my gems, my gilded gems. I think I'll put one right in here. I'll take a larger one and put it down here, I think. And then maybe this size and put right about there. No, I don't like that. Maybe like that. What do you think? Does that work? Okay, so there's the other two. So I made 2 cards out of the 1 card front. Loving it so far. Okay, for my last project. Okay, this is the 4th design. And I'm going to go ahead and take it and I'm going to cut it at, hold on, let me look and see my directions where I said I was going to do. I'm going to cut it at 1 3/4. So I'm going to have to take my large trimming blade. I'm going to do 1 3/4 here. This is the project that I told you that I saw Rachel Tessman do, and I just couldn't help myself. I'm like, I am just going to have to do that. So she flipped it around and she did it like that. This piece ends up being a little bit larger, but it's almost symmetrical right in there. Pretty close to being symmetrical right in there. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and burnish. Get some of that out of the way. Get these garnished. I'm going to start with this one, I think. And I'm going to use the Sunshine. This is going to be a super easy one. Oh, I didn't know that I had 2 packages. That's cool. These are going to be bookmarks. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue right here in the center. I'm going to place it right here, like that. And then I'm going to take the, see, what did I do with them? See, I told you, I get started going and man, stuff goes everywhere. So I have these little magnets. I buy magnet sheets from Amazon and I place my dies on them. And so I had some smaller pieces that I just cut them down, and let's see if I can get the back off of it. Watch me just fiddle for the longest time just to get the back off. Come on. She used business card magnets, but I had these already. I didn't have any business card magnets. Come on, get off of there. There we go. It's coming. No wonder, it's really stuck on there. And so I'm just going to place one here, like that. Then I'm going to try to take this off the other one. And I will put, come on. All right, well, you know what I can do? I know there's more than one way to do things, so I'm gonna put it like this, and it opposes itself, so just kind of hold it in place, then lay it down like that. So what will end up happening is then your book, it will close itself shut and hold its place like that. Okay, and then you can either put your sentiment on the back, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to say a little something to brighten your day, right here, like that. And I'm going to use the gilded gems to decorate it just a little bit, because I don't think these will get caught up on the pages where the sequence probably would. I think I'm actually going to do one more right in there like that. Okay. All right. So for this next one, I am going to do, let's see. I think I might put Hello Sunshine on it. Right back here. I love bookmarks. Whenever I send catalogs out, I send catalogs with bookmarks. I think I'll put it right there. Hello, Sunshine. Okay. And then I'll decorate this with lemons. Let's see. I need another one. Okay. Put it together right here. I don't want it to be too wide. I do kind of want it to pop up a little bit there. Maybe not too much though. And then I'll put this on the back. I'm about to run out of glue dots. That would be a travesty. Should I just do the one? What do you think? Is two too much? I think it might be too much. I think it might be too much, so I'm just going to go with one. What do you think? I don't want to go. Okay, maybe I'll go. Okay, that's what I'll do. And again, I can't take credit for this. Rachel Tessman did this. She comes up with some of the most unique ideas. Okay. I do think I might want to say something on this one, though. What can I say? I don't think smile will fit. No. I think I'm going to say you are loved, because I'm going to give these away. Yep, and that's how I'm going to do it. One more glue dot. Stick it up under there. Like that. Put just a wee bit right there. She did not stamp on the back side. She stamped on the inside of the ones that she did do. But I kind of like when you turn your page or whatever you have, you can see the sweet sentiment that people, you know, that someone cares. You can just see it. So that's me. A little sappy, I reckon. Okay, and then I go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back of this one. Seeing as how I have too much trouble trying to get the backing off of them. I'm going to stick that there and then just close it. Okay, it is showing a little bit, so you know what I'll do? I'll shift it for one, and then I'll just trim it off. Not quite enough. Okay. I do believe that the pumpkin is too big. So we'll do another lemon. I had one. You saw me with it. And now I can't find it. It's probably, there it is right there, right in front of me. So I'll probably just do this one pretty much the same way. Although I think I might like to put another leaf on the back of that one. And even doing all of these cards, I still have a lot of the pieces left. A lot of the cutouts left. Come on now, work with me. Okay, that looks kind of goofy. Okay, so maybe I'm only going to do one. Oh, that's the perils of going live. Sometimes they just don't go the way you want them to go, right? At least my image is not sideways this time. It hasn't been for a few weeks now, and I'm really grateful. Okay. I don't have any more of those. Let's see, what could I do? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Wheels turning. I'm going to just put smile right here. Then I'm going to glue it down. Like this. Right here. Then I'll flip it over and trim that off. Like that. Okay. I do have to put an embellishment there though, because I got ink on it. So, there you go. And I think that's the only one I'm going to put on that one. I am going to put some smaller ones over here. I think right there. And maybe down here. And I still have to put the magnet. I'm just about done, y'all. This is the last one. Maybe after I have been doing creativity, paper crafts and stuff as long as Rachel Tessman does or has, that I will have the same type of creativity that she has. Dang. I'm not comparing myself to her. I'm not. But man, I have never seen people come up with different projects out of a paper pumpkin like that before. I mean, it's just, I'm amazed. It's pretty cool. Now, I did do my own spin on it. Oops, that was not quite dry yet. She did not decorate hers like this. I did mine differently, so I do get street cred for that. But the idea of making a bookmark out of it wouldn't have crossed my mind. Especially one like this. It's so cool. So there you go. All right, so I'm going to bring all my projects back out. And look, I still have a lot of these left. So I still have all of these. One piece of that. Greenery, another one of these. And I have all of these pieces of the black and white polka dot. Not to mention the box, which I'll go ahead and do. This, you put the label on the front of it like this. You cover up the paper pumpkin sign. And then you just decorate it however you see fit. With just the little doohickeys. Maybe I'll put a sun over here. I don't know that I feel the need to cover every corner. I don't know. It might be overkill to do every corner. I think that's all I'm going to do. That's going to be too much to put another one in that corner. But look how easy that was. Okay? I could actually take all of these projects that I made, minus one of these because I think I might want to keep one. But all of these cards that I made from the paper pumpkin and put them in here and give them as a gift. I mean, it's such a neat project. But here are, in case you didn't see it earlier on, these are the ones that are made exactly the way the instructions came, okay? And these are the ones that I made, adding a little extra, okay? These two I adore. I really love those. I would love this one if I had shifted it down a little bit, but I do like the backgrounds. I do like the stamped backgrounds there, and I really like the way these turned out. And then this was the first one. So I'm very happy with these. You guys have any questions before I go? Because I am at the end. I've done all I came to do, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And I want to say thank you to Jan for challenging me a couple months ago to do this. I am really enjoying it, a lot more so than just making paper pumpkins. I like doing things with a little bit of a challenge, and this was a little bit of a challenge, but I love it. I really love it. Okay, if you guys don't have any questions, I guess that's it. And I want to just say thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good night. Let's see, do you have dimensions written down on your blog? I will tomorrow. I will have it posted tomorrow for all the projects that I did. I've already typed up the recipes and with directions and instructions and all of that. And if I made any changes, I'll go back and change it. But yes, I'll have them on my blog tomorrow. All right. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Have a good night.